Welcome, Sagittarius. I have pulled the Nine of Pentacles for you. This is a card that describes some of your best qualities and aspirations. As the eternal bachelor, in some ways that's a misnomer, but when taken positively, this is about your ability to stand upon your own 2 feet, your need for independence, and the ability to explore and discover new worlds within and without. It also speaks to ultimately the cultivation of your own garden. This is you developing your own talents and skills, becoming better at the things you know you're good at, understanding how to continuously reinvest in who you are, in those talents and skills, and the ability to align yourself with others who are similarly motivated or principled as you, so that collaboration, partnership is absolutely an option for you. You can have all of these aspirations for independence, particularly material independence, having your own money, having your own space, whatever that means to you within a relationship. It does not have to exclude you from partnership, love, or commitment. But it also makes you a more attractive individual if you are questing for a relationship or a commitment. But you come to a place where you recognize that you are enough, that you know how to replenish your own energy, to utilize your own resources in a way that is productive for you and helps you to contribute to all the collaborative efforts that you aspire to. In the 10th house, welcome, Sagittarius. I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. I'm doing a full moon in Gemini reading, and the full moon occurs on the 15th of December. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I am featuring a half-off sale through the end of the year. So, welcome, and thank you to all of you who are participating in this sale. So in your 10th house, your social identity, the what others see, what you're modeling for the collective, is the moon card energy. And this can seem very different, even oppositional to the customary positive, outgoing, joyful Sagittarius cheerleading energy that we're used to, the party, the fun person, the funny person. The moon card is really about learning to listen to yourself, to go within, to lock the door so that you don't escape from the challenges you face, where you don't allow yourself to escape from success, love, commitment, and instead really look inside at the things that may be blocking you from achieving things that you actually do desire. You want to be successful and loved like other people, but you have a pretty thick armor around how you protect yourself when you don't achieve or are not willing to achieve, mostly out of fear of being hurt, those very aspirations. Instead, you're realizing that you've been the biggest obstacle to your success, to the love that you desire in the world. And you have been looking within for the ways in which you have not faced up to the consequences of negative behavior patterns, the things you're not proud of, the mistakes you've made, and have instead cultivated this beautiful space of prayer, journaling, listening to yourself, silence, meditation, and really cultivating a relationship with your spirit family, your ancestors, your guides, whoever you are now aware of is there cheering you on even when you're in the middle of a forest on your own, which is not a place that's unfamiliar to many Sagittarians. You are surrounded by those who see you. They see your struggles, but they are supporting you to do the work that you came here to do. They have no doubt that you can achieve that success if you would simply stop running away from it. In the first house, your perspective, the Eight of Pentacles, this is beautiful. You are doing the work. You are disciplined. You are focused on your success, on the things that you desire, the talents and resources you have. You are improving upon your skills. You're becoming better. You are aware that your personal development is absolutely linked to the success and achievement you can have in the outer world. And in fact, this is merely the preparation for opportunities that you can become better able to recognize are available to you. So it feels as though this work, this devotion, this discipline that takes you into the zone of love and loyalty to your craft, to your mission, is actually a preparation for your success in the way that you've learned to work with what you have within. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your history, the Four of Swords, this looks like a phenomenal foundation of healing that you have set for yourself. All of this work, all of this focus on your internal experience has allowed you to process some very difficult challenges that you have overcome, but that may have taken a lot out of you. And being on the other side of those challenges, you recognize the real gift in the harrowing experiences many of you have withstood, the resilience you have, and with that resilience comes a tremendous amount of gratitude. This is now your spiritual foundation. In the seventh house, the Chariot card, and this is, it's just a card I associate with Sagittarius. I know it is often associated with Cancer, but I see the individual in this, yeah, you can see it in this card, emerging out of a concrete block is about you accepting who you are, not trying to fit in with the crowd, emerging as an individual, and recognizing that your differences, your uniqueness is on purpose. This is what gives you the focus on your mission and the will to contribute in a way that only you can. So by excluding yourself from the drama of your life, of saying no to the things you've so often said yes to, not allowing yourself to be distracted by the distressing calls for help that you always receive, because you make success look easy, but it's easiest when it's for someone else. Now you're mounting your own success. You're focused on that, and naturally you will succeed because this comes from your heart, from your authentic desire, claiming your dreams. If this reading is resonating for you, Sagittarius, please like this video, please share it with others, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Perseverance card. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Isn't that beautiful? You have both the Eight and the Nine of Pentacles, which speaks precisely to that. Not only the devotion, the perseverance, the discipline, the work ethic required, but the success of those things coming together and being profitable, productive. Being productive is important to you at this stage in your life. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Pentacles with the Hierophant card. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, You're modeling for others. Others look to you for inspiration. You are a teacher at some level, whether it's through mentorship, whether it's through your relationship with students, clients, customers. Your life, your actions are an example for others, and it is the way that you're taking the lessons you've learned, the skills you've gained, and showing others how to do the same. The Four of Swords and the fourth house is clarified by the Sun card. It's interesting that you finally found your sense of authenticity in the gratitude you experience as a result of overcoming difficulties. And that is the reward of sitting in your stillness, in your silence, sitting in a place or a space where you can actually listen to yourself, where you can pray, where you can meditate, where you can commune with your ancestors, your guides. This is a place of your happiness. And this is a happiness, quite interestingly, that you choose after a lot of disappointments and recognition of your own internalized challenging behaviors, things that restricted you, attitudes, behaviors that were impulsive, spontaneous, that were perhaps motivated superficially by something positive but had a damaging effect on others. If you're leaving potentially successful opportunities or environments out of fear, then you left quite likely a trail of damage behind you, unintended, but you're understanding that was motivated by the fear of success, because the question of your success is not the question. The question is, how willing are you to embrace, to be in the zone, to get it, to find the one? What does happy, if you're happy, does that mean you have to commit to yourself? Yes. You're learning that it is committing to yourself and your desires and dreams that is unleashing this sense of abundance. And it has very little to do with your material experience. In fact, for many of you, your material experience may be almost the opposite of what you might hope for or would have hoped for in the past. But if you can find happiness in having less, then you know you can find happiness in having real abundance, but understanding abundance on your terms. In the seventh house, the Chariot card is clarified by the King of Wands. It's interesting that by setting up clear boundaries, particularly to loved ones, particularly that those who always feel they can count on your support, that you will fix things for you, that you will help them be successful. Saying no to that actually is what inspires others. That's actually a leadership characteristic or trait that you are showing others as part of how they find their own success. You can't give anyone success, and no one can give you success. But this ability to focus on who you are, in all your uniqueness, all your eccentricities, all of your differences for which you have often felt excluded, actually is helping you to understand that you belong in the world. You belong in your dreams. You belong. There is no exclusion from belonging. And I do think this is something that many Sagittarians have struggled with. You're not the only sign. Other signs struggle with this as well. But I do think your willingness to quest, to query for the next adventure, for the new discovery, is in part a response to not feeling that you belong or fit into the norm. Really embracing that aspect of yourself actually puts you not only in a place of inspiration and action, but in a place of belonging, of being at the center of things. This is one of the surprising discoveries you're having through all of the relationships that you embrace. In the 10th house, the moon card is clarified by the 6 of Swords. Yes, you have done the hard work of looking deeply into your soul, deeply into your past, deeply into troublesome, uncomfortable behaviors, but you are moving away from those things. You are giving yourself space. You're not running away, you're not moving permanently away, you're simply giving yourself space to figure out how you recognize and appreciate your difference and how that transforms your relationships in ways that others are not always prepared for. Others often resist, no matter what your comfort level is in being who you are now. Others are adjusting, and you want to give them and yourself plenty of time to affect that change, to allow yourself the right to set boundaries in ways that you stop or say no to uncomfortable interactions, uncomfortable behaviors in your community, in your world, ways that you're always called upon and you don't enjoy. Don't enjoy wearing the cape, coming to the rescue, really stopping yourself from doing that, realizing that that's not what you want to do. You want to work towards your own fulfillment, your own success. And that is not counter to making a contribution to others. I'm going to finish off this reading, Sagittarius, with a flora and fauna of Africa, an homage to the motherland, and of course Mother Earth. And well, I'll take this one. I pulled the hippopotamus, and the key word is creativity. This is so important for you, Sagittarius, because your creativity quite often looks like the way in which you quest for meaning in the world, pursue exciting adventures, go amazing places that others fear to tread. And instead, I believe you're learning how to be creative with your own resources in your own space towards a greater fulfillment of who you are and your dreams. If you're bored, stir things up. Release emotions and habits that no longer serve you and start something new. If you enjoy this content, you should see an end screen pop up on either side of my head for your continued enjoyment. Until next time, Namaste.